You know you're breaking my heart.
Yo, the manifesto, peep the manifesto. I'm flying on a plane from the north to archipelago. Your life's reporting gold, even though it's hot and cold. Never fold, it feels great, you never sold your soul. Manifesto, peep the manifesto. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling out there? Checks my pulse in the building. What's going on, man? So appreciate. So what's good? Oh, I appreciate you, man. How was your release? You released your music on all streaming platforms. What's going on? What's going on? Likewise, blessings to you, man. Blessings up. Blessings up. What's going on? It's so close to the day where I'm at, but you know, life keeps doing what it does. Oh man, yo, the stream today, we gotta free the ignorance. We have to free the ignorance. For sure, for sure. Free the ignorance. The thumbnail, of course, is a continuation of what I've been talking about in previous streams regarding this artist who's apprehended by the law for doing some dumbass stuff, man. And then a lot of people are afraid to just say it like that. They just afraid to even talk. His peers are damn near scared to speak their mind. They will flip-flop. They will contradict themselves. They will repeat things. They will project. They will present hypocrisy, all under some kind of weird fake guise of keeping it real. You know? Sad, man. Sad what these things have come to when you have the likes of his peers. Like, this is the thing, man. Like, folks, we don't know who's listening to you out here. You got these artists that are entertaining us by way of creating rhymes, memorizing rhymes, and trying to display and perform the rhymes against somebody else to basically dismantle their character and basically win a battle. Very entertaining. Very entertaining. Oh, it's very, very entertaining. Been going on for a very long time. And now, yeah, one of the main ones who's behind bars over something so crazy, like just dumb, embarrassing. And it's like you're a person like a voice like mine, or my opinion is being frowned upon because I'm saying what's true. This is the same thing you find in crypto. Same thing you find in crypto. You speak truth, it's a problem. Battle rap, you speak truth, it's a problem. People see, I'm consistent. Whatever I'm talking about, I try to lean on what's as close to the truth, even though folks don't like to hear it. Because why? Because it hurts. You think crypto's toxic? Battle raps is the epitome of toxicity. Disrespect to the maximum. Like, folks wouldn't be able to handle it, but it's an art form. It's an art form. But then again, like I said before, art imitates life in some cases, right? But sometimes the majority of people, you don't really believe that they're really out here committing crimes and toting guns and robbing banks and right? You don't think that's really what's going on. But then when you find a couple who end up in trouble, you ask yourself, huh? You do a Scooby-Doo. You do a Reggie? What's that? What's this? How did this happen? And it's a problem if you really. I'm glad my kids don't follow battle rap like I do because, right? If they looked up to any one of these miscreants, these ignorant baboons, I would not be happy. I tell them, listen, man, find another hobby. Don't get into crypto. Find something else. Find something else that's gonna, offer you some type of internal pleasure. Bring some cheer, inner cheer, joy to your life, to your well-being. Not battle rap, not DeFi and crypto. No. Oh yeah, for sure. That's one thing that bothers me is just a person who chooses to be willfully ignorant. You do not pick up books. There's like a lot of these people can't even tell you. These artists in this community, like they're growing, I'm growing with them, right? Like I'm old, right? I'm old guy. There's not many people in the community at my age, but hip hop is what it is, whatever. But these young people that are coming up, last 20 years or whatever, hey, now you're getting up in age. You guys are becoming parents, ladies too, becoming parents, right? Yeah. Taking care of others, not just yourselves. Right. You're living life. You're doing what you have to do, handling your business accordingly. Do you have time to frolic in the streets like you did once upon a time ago? But if you do have time to do that, hopefully you're meeting your obligations. But if that's impeding, if they're living this street life, street code is interrupting your flow and taking care of your babies, it's a problem. And I don't care about what anybody will talk about. Oh, you got to keep it real. Or no, don't beat somebody while they're down and this and that. And it's almost like you excusing the crime. You excusing the theft of pharmaceuticals. You excusing how someone decided one particular day or 4 people, they were going to break into pharmacies and steal Yerks and Oxycontin or Codone or whatever generic name they got from some Yerks, Percocets that people in the real world need too. Not for just self pleasure and just to indulge and sell at a marked up value. Just to fill your pockets up and buy jewelry and trick the money off on foolishness. Things that people need. It's like for me, like I said, man, I'm a square. I don't care. You do bad things, you need to be put away. I don't care. I don't believe in that, oh, this and that and this, free. Everything is about free. No. And this particular person you keep talking about some free did bad for real. Not only did they do bad this go around, they've been doing bad in a similar fashion in the past and openly talked about it, revealed it. So you young people that want to be battle rappers, when you grow up in your special little lives, learn from the likes of people like this guy. Learn from his peers who consistently celebrate, talk about free, because that's a mixed message, right? That they're sending, that they're being very irresponsible within themselves, not going to admit it. But when you keep telling people who keep getting locked up that's in the community to free them, why don't they free themselves from the situation that forces them to be tempted to break a law or two so that they could lose their freedom? Why don't you free them that way before they get caught up? Why don't you help find resources for them, right? To help them earn a living that could sustain themselves so they don't have to put themselves at risk to get arrested. These people are hypocritical, and they contradict themselves all the time. All the time. All the time. Pretend like, oh yeah, you God tier, you high level tier, top tier rapper, this and that. You get all this money, all this, that, all this. And then when you get caught doing something crazy, doing the same thing that you used to do years ago that you spoke about on another person's platform, openly talked about how you committed a crime, thinking that you were never going to do it anymore and that you served your time for it, but you openly talked about it. Lighthearted too. Oh, ha, 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 he. And think that's supposed to be supported. Your peers who are just as ignorant as this guy. Some of your favorites that say, oh, free, don't beat somebody while they're down. But then criticize the same person that they telling the public not that they're not beating, they're not acting like the public because they blame the commenters or the bloggers for being truthful and honest for the dumbass behavior that Geechi Gotti did. And they say, oh, no, don't beat them while they're down. Don't beat them while they're down. Don't beat him while he's down. But then criticize him for not having $10,000 for lawyer fees. Why? Like I said, it's because they're conflicted within themselves. They know they want to talk shit. They know but they I don't know what's keeping them from being honest. What's holding their tongue? You're in a sport where it's battle rap where you just could say whatever you want to whatever at whatever cost. Disrespecting it. And then when it's time to be real and truthful, you hold your tongue, you hold back based on what? Some fake street code? You want to say things that people are just hurling the sense diabolical. Oh, that's diabolical. That's diabolical. What's diabolical is not being honest with yourself. What's diabolical is not being honest to your peer and let him know, yeah, what he did was dumb as fuck. What's diabolical is sideways disrespecting your supporters by telling the supporters, the people who fund your lifestyle, right? When you have these events, the people who pay to fly to the events, to assist, participate in the events, to show up, the people who pay behind the scenes pay-per-views, spending money on the culture, that's who you disrespecting. Talking about, oh, these people, they got comments. Yeah, you're gonna have comments. You're a public figure. You're doing public dumbass shit. You're gonna be scrutinized. You're gonna be ridiculed. Folks will talk about you. Just the obverse is also true. If you're doing great things, yeah, sure. But people like scandals, people like controversy, right? People love drama more than anything good that you're doing. So this is what you sign up for. Here's what people sign up for. They don't like they all they want is the good. All they want is the accolades. And then when something crazy happens due to no fault of anyone else's but their own, it's don't beat somebody while they're down. What? Nobody beating anybody. The dude beat himself up. He got himself in a situation. What you mean beat somebody while they're down? The dude talked about robbing a Walgreens years ago. Similar to what he got in trouble for last week. He talked about what he did in the past. Like he openly, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I remember he had a battle, or someone, not he had a battle, but someone tried to pay him, offered him, or gave him someone of $3,000 to battle him live online. This was around Christmas season, a couple years back. Remote. It was a remote battle. And then the person came on to battle him, and he just laughed at the guy and called the guy an idiot for even thinking that he was going to spend time and rhyme. He gave the guy one rhyme. The guy was waiting for, just kept walking back and forth, and this guy took 3,000 from him like it was nothing. He said, I get thousands and thousands. I get paid to speak. This is what he was saying, bragging and everything. You get paid to do all this stuff. You took 3,000 from somebody who wanted to battle you on the internet. You did all this, and now these people are begging. You got your supporters begging, a group of people begging the community, begging the world to muster up $10,000 to retain a lawyer or something. What happened to all the money you were making? And why is that a question to ask? Why is that a bad thing to even wonder and think about and speak about it? These people are full of crap. Goods made no sense. You flip flopping, sir. Goods the animal. Like what are you talking about? Made a comment about how people in the comment section. This guy, like, he gives what type of advice does he give to the world? Like, he acts as if he's some kind of hardcore, genuine street guy who figured out the code in getting into legal affairs or building your own business without getting in trouble, but then having the street mystique about you, right? But then we'll tell somebody on the internet, speak down on how people who make comments, speaking real, quote unquote, beating somebody down, which I don't agree with. You're just speaking from the heart. Are people who have overnight security jobs getting $15 to $16 an hour. The hell is he talking about? And that's who you support? And that's the same type of person who will tell you he's not downplaying the job. He's downplaying people who have these security overnight jobs, making comments on the internet, suggesting that they're on social media during the overnight, doing security, getting paid $15, $16 an hour, providing baseless comments because they're secretly hating a person like Geechi Gotti. The logic, the rationality is so obtuse. It doesn't even connect. It's not even a rational type of point that you're making. Like, what the hell are you talking about? All that crazy energy. He can't even form some kind of logical statement, even with that, to make it clear that, listen, this is not a time to be wishy-washy. It's a time to make a stance and say, you know what this guy did was dumb. Forget about the comments that people are saying. Forget about you even thinking and trying to clown people for having a 9 to 5. Saying that a security job getting 15 to 16 an hour, as if that's a bad thing. That's coming from your man Goods. But then tries to dress it up and clean it up like it's not. That's not what he meant. He meant that if they're hating. What? Why would somebody hate on someone who got caught for stealing bottles of pills from a pharmacy? Why would someone hate that? So why would someone who's well in the mind, who's handling their business, have time to even... Garbage mentality. And then we'll talk about crabs in a barrel. This is what hip-hop, this is why battle rap can't flourish, because of the crabs in a barrel mentality. You're one of the crabs. That guy's one of the crabs because of the message you put out there. Look at the message you put out to the world. You frown upon the working man, right? You praise a criminal. You praise somebody who indulges in criminal activity. And you really think that this is supposed to aim towards success? A drug dealer's dream, cash dream schemes on a nickel beam, like what, on a triple beam? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Then the other one, Cortez, who I was giving like kind of praise to, Cortez talking the same kind of thing. Oh, I'm not going to beat somebody while they're down. I'm just going to go after the people who making comments and laughing, like the DJ academics, the Joe Budden. They don't care about your thoughts and how you feel, sir. They don't care. Again, when you're a public figure, you're out in the public, expect critique. The world knows you, whether you're doing good, whether you're doing bad, whether it's everything in between. If people are interested enough, they're going to say something. And not everyone is going to be on the same page giving you compliments and speaking nice about you. These people are misguided. It's like the whatever disturbance they were feeling, because he was saying he got annoyed by watching how people were leaving comments, kicking Gotti, or leaving comments and laughing. That annoyed him. It's not about you. You're just annoyed because what you want to say, you're not saying. You don't want to keep it honest. You don't want to say what you feel. You thinking if you say that was stupid is not what a man should do, or men don't talk like that. But then we'll change the rhetoric and talk about how crazy it was for him not to have $10,000 as well. Oh, it's not, you're not going to say what he did was dumb, but what you're going to criticize is him not having enough money to raise $10,000 available to have for legal representation. The low intelligent quotient, the low vibration, the low IQ level of this stuff. That's why I could see, like, yeah, that's not, it's on life support. Battle rap life support. There's, 5 years from now, this thing, where you think this is really going? Everyone's aging. Everyone's aging. Where do you think this is going? They got events coming up, right? No one cares. Nobody talking about the events like that. Why? Who knows? But once, and then this has been another thing that I don't understand. I don't know what happened. But it's a certain phenomena where the MCs themselves stop. Years ago, I realized, I don't know what happened, what type of year, what type of worldly event, maybe. I don't know if it was when we were all locked down. I don't know what happened, but there's a time, a shift happened. It used to be a time where the MCs, the battle rap MCs, would promote, would talk about their events, would talk about upcoming battles that they were going to have years ago. And then all of a sudden, that just stopped. Completely dissipated. And what do you think is going to happen if you don't promote, if you don't market, you're not advertising, you're not basically talking about what you're doing and what's happening en masse, groups of people not doing that? That's going to have an impact. That's going to have some type of impact on everything going on, especially on the business side of things, because people are not going to know. They're not going to be as interested. They're going to be unaware. And that's what is grown over the years to become what it is now, where folks will be adamant and tell you, these MCs that get booked, they'll be adamant and tell you they're not promoting, as if that's in their contract. I don't know if that's in their contract or not, but like if they got a battle coming up on somebody's card or whatever league, it's as if they got a clause in there in black and white. The agreement is, I'm not going to promote. You're going to pay me, and I still won't market anything you got going on. And I will be paid according to this rate in full. It's crazy. Where's the growth there? I don't see anything going on with that. I don't see how that's even growing.